This slide belongs to the acknowledgement of the country. This slide belongs to the introduction. My name is Dinesh Vedi and student ID is 1084023 and the subject code is ECEC401 and the professional experience second, and the topic is the video presentation of the 14 artifact based on the APST. This slide belongs to the standard one. The knows, the experience, and how they learn. And the artifact one, the weekly reflection. This weekly reflections falls under the substandard 1.1 and the physical and social intellectual development. It gives an idea about the fine motor and gross motor development. It also illustrates about the behaviors of the individual child, and the weekly reflection gives a better idea about the strategy for the next week. It gives an idea about the background of an individual child and how to treat them individually, and it links with the EYFL principle, ongoing learning and reflective practice. Similarly, the EYLF outcomes, the children have a strong sense of identities. And then similarly, the second artifact is anecdotal observation. This anecdotal observation, it falls under the substandard 1.2 and it's about the learning style, and from the anecdotal observation we can figure out the learning style, like the interested sigh and repetition of the activity, and it links with the EYFL principle, learning through the play. And just in future teaching practice of artifact 1 and artifact 2, I can use in these two artifacts in my future teaching practice. A weekly and reflection give an idea about the progression reports and observation and provide the learning styles which aligns the EYFL principle and outcomes. This slides belongs to the standard 2, the know the content and how to teach it. And the artifact 3, this artifact lessons plan falls under the substandard 2.3. This lesson plan provides the guidelines of the coming days. It gives an idea about the development area of the children and what studies are used in the specific play. And it gives an idea about how link the EYFL principles and outcomes. And the artifact 4, identity box. Identity box falls under the substandard 2.1, and this artifact builds the connection between the children and teachers in culture, language, identity, and encouragement and social awareness. It gives the links EYFL principle, respect for the diversity, and the outcomes to children are connected to their world. And the future teaching practice of the artifact 3 and 4. I can use these two artifacts in my future practice, the lessons, and the plan gives an idea about the future programming. The identity box provides a respect for the diversity which aligns with the EYFL principles and outcomes. This slide belongs to the standard 3 and the plan and implements the teaching. The artifact 5, this individual goals of the children falls under the substandard 3.1. These individual goals of the children give an idea, abilities, and interest of the children. This artifact is very important because it provides real behavior of the children and what are negative and positive behavior of the individual children. And similarly, artifact 6, the central philosophy falls under the standard 3.4. They evaluate and improve. This artifact belongs to my first placement early childhood setting, depend upon the central philosophy. We should follow the each and every principles central philosophy and achieve the goals of the center by evaluating and improving. Just and future teaching practice of the artifact 5 and artifact 6, I can use these two artifacts in my future teaching practice by setting the goals of the individual children is a crucial part of the teachers. The teachers, without it, we can't do the programming. Similarly, always follow the central philosophy and achieve the goals of the individual child and that center. These slides belongs to the standard 4 safe learning environment, and the artifact 7, this old safety workshop falls on the substandard 4.4, maintain student safety. This seminars gives an idea about how to keep the children safe. Now I attend this seminar in my first placement. This information I can use in the second professional placement 401 PXR, and it links with the EYFL secure and the respect and reciprocal relationship. And artifact 8, this pre-workshop preparation about the complex behaviors. It falls under the sub-standard 4.3. And challenging behaviors, I have attended this seminar. How can we handle this complex children smoothly, smoothly? And now I am using the training studies in 401 second placement. This artifact links with the EYFL principle relationship with the children's. And the future teaching practice of Artifact 7 and Artifact 8, I can use these two artifacts in my future teaching practice by keeping the children safe in any type of injury. I will supervise the children in any type of faults and accidents, and I will use a different strategy which was taken from the workshop for managing the challenging behaviors. This slides belongs to the standard 5, assess and reporting on learning. And the artifact 9, this artifact setting of a SMART goal, it falls under the substandard 5.1, assessing the students' learning. This SMART goal setting the documents helps on the track progression of children. Did we meet the goals? And then if not, we try to achieve our goals, and it links with the EYLF principle, high expectation and equity, and ongoing learning and reflective practice. Similarly, outcomes, confident and involved learner. And then artifact 10, this artifact anecdote, the total observation, it falls under the substandard 5.6, report on student achievement. From the observation, I know about the students achievement in what area, and that specific child's improve the fine motor skills and gross motor skills, so that it is very important for the children's achievement and milestones. The future teaching practice of the artifact 9 and artifact 10, I can use these two artifacts in my future teaching practice by setting the goals of the individual child, and I will track my goals. Is it right track or not? This is very important part of the early childhood, the setting of for the achieve of our goals of the children. And similarly, artifact 10 can use for the children's improvements of the children's the improvements and the achievements, and also can give the feedbacks to the parents, and what improvement is achieved with the time periods of the based on the observations. This slide belongs to the standard 6, engage in the professional learning. The artifact 11, this artifact, the first aid training in education setting, it falls under the substandard 6.2, engage in professional learning. These trainings help me to improve my skills in our emergency help for the children as soon as possible. It links with the EYLF principles and the high expectation and the expectation and equity. And similarly, outcomes 3, children have a strong sense of the well-being. And the artifact 12, this artifact is child safety training, it falls under the substandard 6.4 and apply the professional learning. These GAGOC trainings help me how to use the new techniques in the teaching practice and safety of the children, and it links with the EYLF principle, ongoing the learning reflective practice and outcomes for 2. Children are connected with the real world. And in future teaching practice of the artifact 11 and artifact 12, and I can use these two artifacts in my future teaching practice by helping all the children in emergency times by offering the medicines or the bandage, and also write the incident report while children falls over. And similarly, I can use the GAGOC trainings for ongoing learning about the children's behaviors and keep safe them. The slides belongs to the standard 7, the professional standard. The artifact 13, this artifact poster of the introduction, it falls under the substandard 7.1, meet the professional ethics and responsibility. It shows the professionalism to the center and the parents, and clear communication to the parents about who is that new person in the center. It's very important to attach to on the intergate or the door. It links with the EYFL principles and partnership with the family, and the outcomes 1 and 2, strong sense of identity and connected with their world. And the artifact 14, this artifact family consent, it falls under the substandard 7.2, and compile with a legislative requirement, and we should follow the safety rules and get the permission from the parents. It links with the EYLF principles, secure the respectful relationship and the outcome 2, and connected with their world. And the future teaching practice of the artifact 13, the artifact 14, I can use these two artifacts in my future teaching practice. I introduce to the parents nicely and communicate with them about the children's progression and similarity. And the artifact 14 always takes the consent from the parents, because without consent I will not take the take picture of anything that belongs to the children's. Yeah, this slides belongs to the references, and then this references is in the format of the APA7, which includes in the in text citations just in my previous slides.